Welcome to Turn to Your Doom, a Choose Your Own Adventure Book podcast where I, at this point, Art, read a Choose Your Own Adventure book to someone who's doing adventuring, at this point in time, Faith.
Hi.
And we do stuff. That one over there, or up there, wait, I'm trying to position myself on the U.S. map right now. You're northeast from me.
Yes.
Yeah, you're northeast from me. Yeah, so
It is a little bit of up there and over there.
yeah. Under what I'm told, the biggest sky in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real big.
Also the home of the most white supremacist compounds in the middle of the woods.
I don't know. Idaho's getting up there.
Well, Idaho still has, Idaho's like right next to Utah, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have a lot of Mormons, and I feel like every house that a Mormon lives in is technically a white supremacist compound.
Technically speaking.
Technically, yeah. Well, sorry, up until like 1997 or something like that, it was white supremacist compound.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. Well, when am I gonna become white and delightsome?
I don't know.
I guess I'm not good enough. I guess I have sin just tainted all over me.
You gotta keep sweet.
Yeah, I gotta keep sweet. Now, Faith over there, blindingly white.
God.
Just so not full of sin.
Like a ghost.
But speaking of people who are not white and delightsome, the Greek gods, because we are going to be talking about the last episode.
The last
of the book.
The last one.
The Throne of Zeus.
It's
by
finally
Deborah
over.
Worm Goodman. I know.
We'll finally be free.
We're doing the last bit. This is going to be the last time we're going to say, stay away from that girl, Zeus. Because...
Zeus.
Stay away from that girl.
Stop.
Well, yeah. We are starting out... We're going all the way back to the second choice. First time, we ran and investigated the source of the light. We're just like, in the Parthenon. And that's where we met Athena, that she, just dropped us off in the past.
Yeah.
This time, instead of, going to the past, instead of, getting out of a hiding spot, we're gonna just stay here. We're just gonna stay. We're not gonna do anything. We're incurious. We're philosophical zombies. So we're going to go to page 28. Oh wow, that one's a pretty short one.
Whoa.
I did check if that was a dead dick. That's a dead dick. Yeah, you don't go to the light, and then from the shrine of Artemis, you gaze transfixed at the light inside the Parthenon. You are so mesmerized that you fail to notice another light moving towards you until the beam is directly in your face. You're blinded. Zeus? You call expectantly. Stay where you're at, answers a voice that sounds very human and unmistakably angry. Before you can run, the watchman grabs your arm roughly and drags you away from the shrine. From the guard's office, he phones the police. You remember this summer solstice for the rest of your life, although not for the reasons you had in mind. The end. To be fair, that's a good thing. That's probably actually one of the only endings that I would approve to be the second, something from a second ending thing.
Yeah.
It isn't like a choose your own goosebumps where it's just like, haha, you fucking loser, you're a sissy baby. Haha, you can get right over there. You suck.
What's it like being a shitty 12-year-old, you little loser?
So we're gonna go to the other side of the book, which I feel like doesn't have much left because I feel like we read most of the book already.
Yes.
Remember the third planet from Altair?
Yes.
It feels like that book where it was never ending, but then it ended at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some would say that's like life, It's like, feels like it goes on forever until it doesn't.
Oh my god.
Man.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, so instead of hiding in the throne of Artemis, which she didn't do anything to help you. She should have shot that guard and turned him into a boar or a stag or something.
Oh, hell yeah. Make him a pig.
Yeah, well, she's not Circe's. Well, did she normally make people into... not Circe's, Artemis. Was it normally a stag or something like that?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Did she also do boars?
I mean, a deer is cool, too.
Yeah. But, yeah, she's not a witch, so she doesn't turn people into pigs. She's a goddess.
Yeah.
She's more classier.
She's classier than that.
So, instead of hiding in the throne of Artemis, you're gonna just sneak into the Parthenon. Like the bold bitch you are.
Yeah.
The boldest bitch ever. Right here. Sometimes, she doesn't cry when she sees a cat video. Sometimes. It doesn't happen a lot, but you know what it does? Man, baddest bitch around.
My therapist at our last session asked me, like, have you cried at work at all lately? And I was like, no. And then I was like, well, once, but it was because I watched a really sad TikTok. And she's like, I don't think that counts.
When was the last time you cried? A few minutes ago, but it's just because I saw a really cute cat and I realized I could never hold it for the rest of its life.
I want to kiss his little head, but I can't. Because it's on my phone.
So we're sneaking to the Parthenon right now. So slowly you circle the Parthenon, waiting for the crowd to thin out. When it does, you quickly scramble over the fence, run up to the stairs and into the temple, and hide behind an immense column. You wait nervously as the shadows grow longer. You listen to the guards make their rounds, and your heart beats so loudly you're certain they can hear it. Suddenly the sky darkens, and the first stars begin to appear. Oh, please, you wish out loud. Let me meet Zeus. No one wants to meet him more than I do. Doesn't hear that a lot. No sooner than the words leave your lips than a small spark of light flashes next to you. At first you think it's a firefly, but then you notice 5, 6, 7 sparks bursting like popcorn. As the tiny flashes continue, you hold your breath with fear and fascination. Then, to your amazement, the sparks form into a tall, graceful woman wearing white robes. Wow, I don't know if I can legally call this an episode because this, we read the entire book now. I don't know. What do you want to do for the rest of the episode?
Breakdance.
Yeah, so this just goes right into the other tree.
Oh, wow.
That I made, yeah.
So it just loops back around? It really is like the third planet from Altair.
It is, yeah,
we
we're
made
done.
that joke, but it's true.
Like, we're done, so I don't know. Let's talk about it briefly, and hopefully we can get,
20 minutes?
10 more minutes?
Yeah.
10 more minutes.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Talk about, stuff.
I have to say, I really love, Deborah Lerme Goodman's, protagonists. I like the choices that you get to make when she writes. I like how just off the wall, unhinged, some of the choices for her protagonists are. Obviously, this one isn't as crazy as the girl from the Unicorn series, but I still like that we get to do something as bold as I want to say Persephone, or thinking outside the box to get out of the labyrinth. Or, what if we go up? What if we just climb over it?
I like and hate that she allowed us to make friends with a Minotaur and then just fucking killed him in the worst ways possible.
No way to save him. Even if we, the sailors found us, was there a way to save him?
No, you were going to sink, no matter what.
No matter what? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel a little less bad, but I'm just mad at Deborah.
Yeah, I'm mad at Deborah.
I'm mad at the Debbie machine. How dare you? I wanted to save him. We were friends.
That's why we're going to write a Minotaur book. We're going to write a sympathetic Minotaur choose your own adventure.
We should do almost like a heist kind of book. But
what I'm imagining is that he just leaves the labyrinth one day and decides, I don't need to do this. That could be one of the options. That's going to be my first option. Anyway.
He just walks out. gets on his
He just
own
walks
boat.
out. He's just like, I don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah, I love it.
Like, he realizes that he could break the cycle of violence.
It's him. He can do it. He is that bitch.
He is. Now, that being said, I understand why they chose the myths that they chose. They did go for a lesser known one, the one where someone steals Dionysus and he's just like, let's see, this will be funny.
They kidnap what they think is like a prince, and then it turns out it's Dionysus.
I do like how she did show Dionysus as he is, which is a sick fuck that loves he loves having fun, but sometimes his fun is making people like fuck to death or something. Sometimes he just has blood orgies.
Yeah, Dionysus loves fun, but his definition of fun, yes, does include what your wine drinking aunt would love, but also watching people get torn apart by wild animals.
Yeah, like he's a hedonist that's in all forms. And also, according to some early thing, which is why we have Hades. One of the people, who created the game is just like, have you heard of like this great god named Zagreus? And it's basically like they think that before Dionysus became what is more popularly known as Dionysus, it was actually Zagreus, and it was like the god of blood and rebirth, basically. And they do shout that out in the game a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I know, in some regions of Greece, in Sparta, and, I'm trying to think, another city-state, Aphrodite is also a war goddess, which I think is really cool. But yeah. Also,
yeah, because having sex is actually a fight.
Yeah.
A fight that you enjoy half the time. It's called fighting, but with your genitals.
Hand in hand.
But yeah, also there's I wanted to look into this. There's also some fun things about cults of Dionysus and stuff like that, where they run from just hedonism to just a bunch of people fucking to slicing throats and stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So. A bacchanal was not a fun time.
Not for everyone.
Not for everyone, at least.
Yeah.
It didn't end great for everybody involved.
Yeah, some people, it was great. Imagine, the kings and stuff like that.
Yeah, some people had wonderful times. Other people, not so much.
Yeah. But, I just, the Persephone, I understand why they did Persephone. You want to get them to Hades.
Show off your idea of the underworld.
Yeah.
Plus that story involves, a lot of other gods.
Yeah.
Like Hermes and Zeus, Demeter, yeah.
Yeah, but, I feel like this book was, fairly inspired. I liked it a lot. I, would like more choose your own adventure books set in mythological times. There probably are, that I just don't remember off the top of my head. There'd be one fun one would be if they did one set in Norse mythology. That'd be real fun.
Ooh. There is one. It's
what is it?
The Horn of Terror, which is also written by Deborah.
Do you want to get that one?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
I do not, but I can certainly get it.
No, you should get that one. You should Norse mythology was the thing that instead of having a dinosaur phase, I had a Norse mythology phase and a deep sea animal phase.
Oh, I had all of those.
I respected dinosaurs. I respect them. But they weren't my fixation.
I saw Jurassic Park when I was 5, and it made quite an impression on me.
I don't think I watched the first or second Jurassic Park, at all in my entire life.
Oh. First one is good.
I know.
Second one's fine.
I know I've absorbed stuff and I've seen, clips of it just because, it is, a cultural institution. But, I have a real fun way of only watching the worst part of cultural institutions, and that's it. Like the only Gundam series I watched up until a few years ago was the really racist one.
Oh no,
that was bad, and everyone hates. And I'm just like, why do people like this show? And I didn't it had 2 racist Mexican robots. How?
No.
How do you have 2 racist robots? How can you give 2 giant robot sombreros? How? But okay, whatever.
Whatever.
It was the one where every robot had every nation had like a couple of Gundams, and they fought those instead of wars. You know.
Yeah.
Like ground invasions. And it got weird, and I watched a decent amount of it. I'm just like, I don't like this. Why do people like Gundam? This sucks.
I mean, I hated the first time I read it, Lord of the Flies. I hated it the first time I read it, but I also didn't have like the context about it that it was a response to an extremely racist book by another writer. And after I learned that, I was like, okay, this slaps.
Yeah,
but when I read it, I was like, this is like a phenomenon. This is like a literary classic. This book fucking sucked.
There are some like books that you are forced to read as kids. That I think they force you to read it too early.
Yeah, like
Lord of the Flies was one of those.
Yeah,
for sure.
I read it on my own, and I definitely read it too young. Life of Pi, definitely read it as a teenager, and I should have read it when I was in my 20s. Because
one of those books, and I
didn't get it.
One of the books that I still don't understand, but like I understand why it's a literary classic, but also why I don't read a lot of bodice rippers and stuff like that. You know, like the Wuthering Heights. I had to read that book so many fucking times for some reason in school.
Oh yeah.
And I read it like myself because I was just like, oh, maybe I actually like this book. No, I don't.
Well,
I don't like it when the plot could be fixed with like a letter.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Like okay, I don't like the miscommunication trope. Like until like I'm gonna get done with this, right? I literally just want enough. I just want to have at least 15 minutes of usable audio.
I also have things to say about Wuthering Heights, so don't worry.
Okay. First off, sure, I understand. You know, you want some mystery and stuff like that. But the thing that I hate, one thing that I hate is miscommunication trope. Even back when it would take like 3 months to get a fucking letter across the ocean or whatever, we still had international like ways to communicate internationally.
Yeah.
For literally hundreds of years now. Like, and she didn't even she could walk to Wuthering Heights. Like she could walk to the manor. Like just walk. Also, if it's like, oh, I love you so much, take some money, take some fucking silver, and just walk like 5 miles to the left. Guess what? You're a new person now. Like, it took almost nothing. Up until like the 80s, like you could just go to a new town like a few miles away and no one would know who you were.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you wanted to smash Heathcliff that much, Catherine, fucking walk up the road, say, hey, boo, let's go. We're gonna fuck in that town over there.
Yeah.
Do that, whatever.
You could have gone to one of the colonies. They would have just like sent you there for free.
Yeah, like there's so many options for Catherine. Is it Catherine? Whatever.
Yes.
There's so many options for her to be with Heathcliff. And they just didn't do it. Like, just go someplace else. Like, you're rich. Just take some money, take some jewelry or anything if you need to pawn it off, and just go to a different place.
Yeah.
Like, just go. I'm not saying like it's not going to be like pleasant or anything, but like if you want to just restart and be together and like whatever, be fucking hermits, like in the woods or something. Live on the fucking mountain, you know. God damn, it was so annoying. And like I remember someone saying that like, and this is back when I was identifying as a dude. Like, I remember someone telling me, like that's such a dude opinion about the book. I'm just like, no, it's not. I don't like miscommunication. I don't like miscommunication trope. I don't like it. The only time you should have a miscommunication thing is if, like, it's physically impossible for you to reach them in any fucking way possible.
Yeah, like, it is a very understandable criticism of Wuthering Heights.
Like, she could have sent a letter with one of her little gopher people that are servants, or she could have just walked. She could have walked up the street.
Yeah.
She could have walked up the street.
And a lot of those Edwardian romances are like that. Like, I feel like so many things could be avoided in, like, Jane Eyre if she just was like, hey, can you clarify that statement?
like, and maybe it's just because, like, that's how neurotypicals feel about, like, romance and stuff. I don't know. Because I do know, like, neurotypicals will just, like,
also
not talk for, like, months.
Also in Pride and Prejudice, there's a lot of that, too. Like, if you just ask the other person to, like, clarify or explain, like, so much of the drama could be avoided.
Yeah, like...
But also, like, I feel like Wuthering Heights is also really frustrating because it is specifically about, like, every character in that is awful. They're all bad people. Like, Catherine is, like, super mean and awful. Heathcliff is terrible. He at least has, like, a good reason.
Like...
Her, the other guy, is also a terrible person. Like, is also just, like, a rich snob. Like, they all suck.
Like, oh no, I'm haunted by the ghost. Guess what? Move. You be haunted in a ghost with your boo that you clearly want to be with.
I
like,
know.
Instead of,
it's like in Jane Eyre, like, just divorce your wife who is in the asylum, or just tell Jane about her. Just use your words. I'm sure she would understand, like, hey, I am married, but unfortunately she is, like, not mentally well enough to, like, live with me. Like, we had to send her somewhere where she could be taken care of. Like, that's all you had to say, and I'm sure Jane would have been like, okay, understandable. I get it. We don't have to get married, like, legally. That's fine.
Now, is there any book tropes that you don't like a lot? Because miscommunication's top. 100% top. Well, actually, wait, let me rephrase that. Using sexual violence as, like, a plot point for no reason.
Yes.
That, that's up there, too. But, the out of the ones that people seem to love for some reason, the miscommunication thing. Like,
yeah, I hate that. Another one I hate, which actually comes up more with TV shows, but I feel like that's because a lot of TV shows have several different writers, is when a smart character suddenly does something super dumb. And it's only to create some kind of a conflict or drama. Or, like, angst.
Yeah. I don't like it when people act out a character just to move the story forward.
Yeah.
Like, you give me a good reason and I'll be okay with it. But then at that point, you explained why, and I'm okay with it. Like, yeah. So one last thing, and then I think we're going to end it. Okay. So, one thing that I fucking hate in, like, games, movies, shows, is when people don't shut the fuck up when they're hiding.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, okay, I understand you're scared. Unless you're actively being stabbed, you don't need to scream. You don't need to. You don't need to. Just cover your mouth and breathe deeply. That's all you need to do. So many fucking things are just like, all of a sudden, a baby's allowed to do that. A baby's allowed to scream when you're hiding. That's it. And you know how you stop a baby from screaming? You just muffle them up close to your face. And don't obviously, like, smother them to death, but, like, just put their mouth hole in a place where it won't put a lot of sound.
That's a plot point in a Dingo Ate My... in the, Quincy's, Where a Dingo Ate My Baby came from. Quincy Down Under. That is a plot point.
Yeah, like, just, like, I hate it. I hate it when people are making unnecessarily loud noises when they're trying to hide.
Especially in, like, older movies, because they didn't really have, like, the sound recording quality that we do today, and so everybody's speaking at, like, speaking volume, or louder sometimes, because their mics just couldn't pick up like a whisper.
And like you don't need to even like you shouldn't even be whispering at that point. The most you should be being like, "Hey, we're gonna go over there." You don't need to profess anything. You don't need to have a revelation all of a sudden. You need to tell everyone about. You need to get to fucking safety.
Yeah,
get to safety first. You know, like I hate that thing. And also, I think like, no, it makes me so angry. Makes me so angry when that happens.
So mad.
God, like either shut up or send a letter. You know,
just ask for clarification.
Maybe it's just because like we as neurodivergent folk, we need to ask for clarification a lot. Maybe that's it.
It's
Maybe
true.
That's why.
I ask for clarification and like explanation a lot. I also ask people a lot to just talk about what they're feeling, which I feel like a lot of neurotypical people like just don't get.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like I have at least 15 minutes of usable audio.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah. So we're not even going to really do an outro on this one.
This is our neurodivergent analysis of the text.
Yeah, but I kind of wish she chose some other myths,
yeah.
but I understand
it'd be
why
cool.
she chose them.
It'd be cool if she ever did a sequel and she could put some more in.
Yeah. But we're definitely going to be doing the Norse mythology one, and then I get to talk about that one. I fucking love Norse mythology.
Hell yeah,
so.
me too. I
hope we get to watch Loki just get fucked by a horse. Like,
I feel like maybe that won't happen in a children's book.
I love it how like Odin was just like, hey Loki, gotta ask you a favor. You know how we're supposed to pay that guy? Well, can you do something to distract that horse? And be like, I know something.
I feel like Odin showed up one day and was like, hey, Loki, I've made a mistake. And Loki's like, what a surprise. And he's like, I promise this Jotun, if he built this wall fast enough, that he could marry Freya. And now he's gonna build the wall fast enough, and Freya's gonna beat me up. And Loki's like, oh my god. It's like, can you turn into a horse for me? And he's like, oh god, where's this going?
Well, okay, no, to be fair, I think in the myth, Loki comes up with it. Like, he just asked Loki to find a way to distract.
It's like, Loki, I need you to make it so he does not build as fast as he is. And Loki's like, bet.
And just like, I'm going to turn into the sexiest mayor that ever exists. And I'm just like, what? And then he turns into the mayor, just like, you know what, I understand, go.
And it's like it's like on Dimension 20 on Fantasy High when Emily Axford creates an illusion of a sexy rat to distract somebody who's familiar. And Brennan's like, describe the sexy rat.
It's just I'm looking forward to doing that one.
Yes.
So okay, well, I mean, we ended way earlier than I thought we would. So
yeah.
No outro. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, Mr. the Missile.